Still with Jones.
Call this meeting to order at 7:06.
Already?
Yeah, I know, they're already starting on me. Thank
This
you.
is good, there's no point in barely.
Everybody join me in the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This is an official meeting of the governing body of Borough of Bloomingdale on July 11, 2012. Public notification of the date, time, and place of this official meeting was faxed and mailed to all local news media and posted in the Bloomingdale Municipal Building.
Well, I have to do a roll call first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Have a roll call, please.
Yes, Mayor Demolini is excused this evening. Councilmember Schiffman.
Here.
Conklin.
Here.
D'Amato.
Here.
Toots.
Here.
Shortman. Here. Yes.
Here.
As per State Fire Code, I am required to acknowledge that there are two emergency exits in this council chambers. The main entrance, which you enter through, and a secondary exit to the left where I am seated. There's an emergency, walk in an orderly fashion to its exits, through the door, down the stairs, and out of the building. If there are any questions, please raise your hand now. Seeing no one. Need a motion to open early public comments?
So moved.
Second.
Anybody willing to speak? Seeing no one, need a motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 8, discussion and regard to hiring a chief financial officer.
I'd like to make a motion that we hire Leonard Nicolosi per the contract he gave us, prorated for the last 5 months. I'll second that.
Did we get any other offers?
Any discussion?
And Dylan's offer?
At this point, it would appear that Mr. Nicholson's rate would be slightly cheaper.
I only have a comment on that. We really never got a proposal during the advertised time from her. I would think that we should accept it after we interviewed and we have closed, closed out, when we already have other peoples that we review.
Nicholas is cheaper anyway. That was my only question.
Yes, for 5 months, approximately, what I can see is $10,416.67 over 5 months.
The rate's well, it was $25,000 for the year.
Correct.
And he has the other license also, which is the
Qualified
purchasing agent.
purchasing agent license.
So we got a couple of those. That's covered.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I just would like to say for the record, I believe this is the individual that I've received a question about the fact that I believe he has a relative that works for his daughter, works for the lawyer. And I spoke to Mr. Dieter, and he indicated that if this person is hired or appointed, that she would immediately be removed from working on any matters pertaining to Bloomingdale. She would have access or any type of interaction regarding the borough. There's a lot of different rules relevant to conflicts, but from this perspective, this is really up to the vendor, in this case Mr. Dieter, to make sure whatever obligations he has for independence. From the standpoint of the borough, you can make the appointment, but I think it's worthy to note that Mr. Dieter should send a letter indicating that from his standpoint, his license and his independence, as he's indicated to us, this does not in any way interfere with him being able to perform services, which he's indicated. So I was asked the question, I just wanted to give the answer.
So you're suggesting that we receive a letter from Mr. Lurch?
Yeah, just confirming what he has said.
Confirming what he has
Then it's up to him. If there's ever a type of issue, it's not an issue for the borough, it would be one for the veteran.
Right.
Okay.
Mr. Schiffman?
Yes.
Just one question, sir. When would this be effective? Because I need to transition Donna to,
I will assume it would be effective,
Immediately, why not?
August 1st, right?
Just
August 5 months.
August 1st.
well, 5 months would be August 1st. By the time we get everything rolling, yeah, it's August 1st right now.
And the term of this appointment was it made?
It should be
Actually,
5 months
5
from
months. So
December
it's through
31st.
the end of the year.
Correct.
So it's really to, so, and this will be the chief financial officer, and the effective date is
8/1.
8/1.
Is that tight?
See, it's only through the end of the year, so it's really effectively like an interim appointment. So, come January 1st.
The appointment ends
Well,
in
that's
January.
what's up
That's
anyway.
the
Okay.
So,
So, I know you had sent me the information from the last one.
make it retroactive.
Well, who was your CFO as of this month?
Don,
No.
Don,
Okay, is there a date?
she's a
No,
whole.
she's a holder.
Yeah, but is there a date that you're going to then terminate, or she's going to separate?
She already is. She resigned.
Right, her resolution is out
Okay.
for the time, was it 3-month time period?
Yes.
That's expired. So we can do it retroactive.
No, I think you still have from now to the end of the month, so either you're going to make it effective immediately, because you have things like payroll that need to be certified.
Let's keep it clean for the bills list and everything like that. Let's go with August 1st. Everybody agree? August 1st?
Ted, can I ask,
If it, whatever works easiest for the transition.
First would make it.
I think it would be cleaner.
but until such time, you're really going to have somebody as a CFO to certify.
We're holding Donna till,
Donna to fill that, and Mr. Nicolosi would start effective August 1st.
Then maybe what you ought to do.
she said that she would hold.
Right.
Until you made a decision.
But I think, if I may, Council President, I think as part of this appointment, you might want to amend the motion to say that until such time that this appointment becomes effective, which is August 1st, Donna Mullen would continue to serve as CFO. This way, there's no break in service, because you have day-to-day things that need to be done.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Is there a need for them to kind of cross over so one gets the other one up to speed in case there's any
Well, that's why I was looking for the 2 weeks so I can pair these up and
Right.
get these responsibilities exchanged.
So have both of them for the next 2
No,
years?
I just,
No.
they need to cross paths before this changes.
So they need to
Right,
have
so
a
there's a
conversation.
transition period that if there's any questions in any business that's ongoing, Donna can fill him in and get off run.
I'll reach out to Mr. Nicolosi.
And Ted, can you just give us just for public's benefit, what are the data for the 25,000?
The chief financial officer is the basically financial manager of the municipality. We had Donna Molyneux, who has elected to take another position with another community. By municipal code and also state, you have to have a chief financial officer. You're going to have an administrator oversee some of these actions, but each town has the responsibility of having a municipal chief financial officer in the town. Some full-time, some part-time, but in this case, Donna Molyneux took another position with another community, has covered for us in the interim until we can select somebody, and we will be doing that effectively in August.
And how many hours would
His commitment was to spend between 10 and 15 hours per week.
Good, good. No faults. We have to do a resolution.
Councilmembers Conklin,
Yes.
Demotta,
Yes.
Toots,
Yes.
Schiffman,
Yes.
Shorten,
Yes.
Yazdi.
Yes.
Mr. Shipley?
Yes.
I also need some input from the council. We have interviewed other administrative staff to help our finance department. We have some names but I can't even have a conversation with these people because I don't know what to pay. We've established the wishes of the mayor and council to make the position part-time, but I have no idea what we're considering as far as what we would pay this person or offer to pay this person. I can't offer a job to somebody and tell them, I don't know what to pay this. The person that would work in the office was Sherry in the finance department. Remember, we looked at a part-time CFO, and there was also a commitment to hire a part-time person to work in the finance department to help Sherry. We've interviewed people, and had people who are interested, but I can't make an offer or have a conversation with them.
We don't have a number on it.
I don't know what the pay is.
What's the Mary paying for such a position?
Well, it's part-time, and there again, we'll reassess this in the end of 5 months, so. Just
Does it depend on their qualifications and
Well,
education?
all these things, but I need some kind of.
Need a base
I
number.
need some kind of range to say, I can't call these people up and say, does it pay $8 an hour, does it pay $15 an hour? I need to know.
How many hours a week are we hiring?
That one was also discussed at 20, max 25 hours.
Does that preclude them from getting benefits?
That does.
Here's what I recommend, Brad, we do it backwards. Let's figure out what Donna's salary was, because that was built into the budget. What we paid out, what we're gonna pay out for the rest of the year for the CFO, and then back into what's available, divided by the number of hours left in the year.
That's going to be a lot.
That's gonna be the range, not to exceed number.
Oh, no,
And-
it's
That's
a
right.
If she had a full-time versus part-time.
$91,000 a year.
Understood, but we gotta give him a range. We don't want you to go negotiate at the top of the range,
No.
but this way he has some flexibility too.
Do you have a suggestion?
That's my
Ted,
suggestion.
for the amount an hour?
Well, you have.
I don't know what the number is. See, he may back into it
I
and
don't want to
say,
back into
no more
and
than
spend what we're
$15 an hour.
Well, your CFO's 25,000 a year, correct? Based upon. And we're looking for somebody to help out.
You can't compare the two.
I know that, and we're looking for somebody to help out, more like a secretary to the financial.
Well, this person's going to help with the financial payroll, the inputting the insurance forms. There's a lot of almost HR responsibility in the finance department because we don't have somebody that separately takes care of that.
What are the qualifications to do this?
Well, we have some people with some prior experience in other municipalities. That's why I'm trying to figure out what this is going to pay. If I told them it was minimum wage and it paid $8.80 an hour, I don't think any of these people are going to come.
Do they have a degree in finance
I don't have someone that has a degree in finance. They don't.
or? We do or we don't?
We do not currently.
Are you thinking of someone of recommending a particular?
There's 2 people that are a serious consideration, but their comment, well, what does it pay? And I can't offer them a dollar amount and the council turn around and say, no, we're not going to do that. So I need some direction of what you folks would consider.
Well, what I'm looking at the $25,000 is you're looking at a 20-hour a week. You're looking at $20.04 an hour.
Not to exceed $20.
That's what you're looking at for CFO. That's what the CFO's going to make.
For 15 hours a week.
That's for 20 hours a week.
He's giving us 15.
And we need to back out. I think that's back. 25. That's at 3205.
That's for CFO.
That's a CFO, correct?
No, I mean, I would set a range. I wouldn't give you the exact number. Otherwise, you can't negotiate. In fact, that becomes the number. Not to exceed. So it's ceiling. And I just want to make sure we don't go over the
You want it
budget.
as an hourly rate, or you want
It
it
has to be.
an hourly rate?
Not to exceed 20 or
I'll find out if that's what
I think it's one. 18? think has to be discussed publicly.
Yeah, yeah, we're not talking about any performance.
Right. I think it has to be discussed publicly. I mean, if you want, we can
Can we bring this in a closed session, open it up, and then come out into
Well,
public?
one thing we need to realize, it's a special meeting, so we can only do what was advertised, so you can't go into closed, you can't go to closed session. That's unscheduled. This is sort of a discussion that, I'll say, just as a carryover about the CFO.
You want to start off at $16 an hour and see what the feedback is on it? You can always start low and go up. Everybody agreed on that?
And as long as that doesn't go over our remaining budget.
I'll look at some of this.
Yeah.
20 hours a week, 320 times, how many weeks are left?
What do you have left for the year? 5 months.
It should.
20 weeks at 320.
Well, if it's going
It's
to
like
be...
6,000.
I'll tell you right now. Give me a minute. 4,800.
It's not going to go over.
It's not gonna go over now.
Right, you're controlling my hours from time. Once you set the rate, they don't exceed 20 hours or 25 hours, that's it.
Right, I figured that was at 20 hours. 15 hours, I'm sorry. I matched it up with the CFO.
All right, start there.
What's, do we have an actual job description set? Is this person a type, you know, say?
No. They're not talking. Bookkeeping, finance, file insurance forms.
Helping with the bills list. Okay, you good with this?
Thank you.
Everybody good with that?
I think it's a little low, that's all. At medical bill, they get up to 20, 25 bucks an hour.
You can always
You
go
know,
up.
can someone,
Well, you can't exceed the CFO, kind of has degrees.
but these are 30 and something.
32 for 15 hours.
See what happens?
Yeah, no, I mean, let's give it a shot.
We can't do C yet, can we? Hold on. Okay, we can do the adoption of a resolution 2012-7.2, correct? This is an emergency. This is an emergency resolution for tax assessment, salary of $5,000 for Sandy Capriata, correct? Because she has changed over. Maybe you want to take this? Explain.
Cindy Camperato works basically part-time for 2 departments. She's the chief secretary, and she also fulfills our tax assessor role. It's coming up on July 1st, so basically her pay was billed out at the police department rate, and that's where that money came from, and that's starting to be exhausted. So now we're basically going to transition into the municipal side, and that's why we have to do this change.
Everybody understand? Any motion?
So moved.
Second.
Councilmembers D'Amato.
Yes.
Toots.
Yes.
Schiffman.
Yes.
Shortman.
Yes.
Yasti.
Well, it's the same budget. Yes.
Conklin.
Yes.
We have a bond ordinance which we can't go through until 7:30. So we have one matter of negotiation executive session on a attorney-client. So if you can ask everybody to step out. I need a motion to go into exec.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're back in open session at 7:55. No action was taken in executive session. Item C, second and final reading ordinance of number 10-201, bond ordinance for the various road improvements. Need a motion?
Yes, Councilman. This ordinance was posted in the municipal building, published in the Herald News. Copies available to proponents, and a motion may be made that it be read by title.
Need a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Bond ordinance providing for various road improvements in and by the Borough of Bloomingdale and County of State, New Jersey, appropriated $450,000. Therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $426,000 bonds or notes of the Borough to finance part of the cost thereof.
This is for the repaving and fixing of the roads at Jeffrey Drive, Knowles Road, Rathman Road, Morse Lakes Road, from Morse Lakes Road from Rathman Road and Buena Vista for the price tag of $450,000, correct? Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Go to.
Need a motion to open to.
They have it.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody for the, anybody in the public want to speak on this ordinance? Seeing no one, motion to close.
So moved.
Motion for adoption.
So moved.
All in favor?
Yes. Councilmembers Toots.
Yes.
Schiffman.
Yes.
Short.
Yes.
Yasi.
Yes.
Conklin.
Yes.
Tomato.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn?